What is up, my Forex for Beginners family? All right, so I'm really proud of you guys for making some progress. We had a few new students post in the group. My goal is to create this little community of expert chart traders or chart analysis. I don't know what the word is. Chart analysis. I want all of you to be like these pros at chart analysis, and it'll become fun. Trust me. See, right now I removed everything on my chart and we're just looking at a blank chart. And when you sit down and get on a fresh chart, for me at least, and it will eventually for you guys, you'll just feel this like this buzz and this happiness and this, it's like we're going to do an investigation, and the investigation leads to making a lot of money. But we don't care about the money right now. All we care about is testing our analysis. We want to see if our analysis was correct. And I want you guys to also get used to being patient. Wait for a setup. Wait till you just see what you need to see in order for you to, feel confident that, yeah, maybe I should buy here or maybe I should sell here. But sorry, I'm just getting a drink of water. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is AUD USD up here. I'm on the top left. Open up a new chart or your existing chart. I want you to get rid of your indicators if your moving averages, if you have them on there. See, if you go up here in the top left, you hit this little plus or minus, you can get rid of all your indicators. And what I want you to do is just hit this little eye, I guess, little eye, but just hide everything on your chart, okay? Just hide everything, and then you can click that and it'll hide away, but just get rid of everything on your chart. And so when you open up a new chart, you guys are all focusing on this area, and that's good and all. And right now I'm looking at this area too and just waiting for it to show me what it wants to show me. But for you guys, I don't want you focusing here because this is a different area here. We're hitting like support or price is making a decision, and how I know that is by looking into the past. And this is what I want you guys to practice. Forget about using, don't forget about using Fibs. Right now, I want you to focus again on market structure. 1 second. There, I just want to get rid of this. Okay, so what I want you to do is either if you have a wheel mouse, zoom out like this. If you have a wheel mouse, this is how I'm moving this. I'm using my wheel mouse. If you don't have a wheel mouse, I think if you come down here, yeah, you can use the zoom out, zoom in button. So these are your two options, either using this or I have a wheel mouse, so I don't come down here. I'm doing this action with the wheel mouse. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is just zoom out like I'm doing. Zoom out, zoom out. You can also hit reset chart and then it automatically does this zooming effect when you scroll. And then you can later adjust this column and then move the whole chart. But basically I want you to zoom out like this, and note that we're on the 4-hour time frame right here. We're just going to pick this one because depending on your trading account, I don't know, I have different time frames here. I have the 4-hour, 6-hour, 8-hour, 12-hour, daily. I have all these. You guys can pause here and just look. I have all these time frames, and I don't know if it depends on the type of trading account or type of TradingView account you have, but basically I go down here and just put in, any number like 20, 120, or maybe just say, or a 2-day. So if you want a 2-day time frame, you can just hit 2 there, go 2 days, and then hit add, and then it'll get added to this list, and then you can favorite your favorite time frames. So how I got this bar up here that has all these time frames, that's how you do it. anyways, so I'm just gonna stay on the 4-hour time frame, but you can also explore these time frames. And again, I want you to study market structure. So today we're going to practice on the 4-hour. So we're on the 4-hour. Let's just look at past price movement. So I want you to zoom out to this point like this, and then I want you to just take this trend line tool right here and just start basically connecting points. Draw some trend lines. Let's just see what we notice. So I'm just gonna stretch it out like this, see what I notice. So, you know, and just all I did was connect this guy here. It touched here. It touched here. Kind of get the idea. And see here, it also acted like resistance. See how when it was price was traveling upwards, see how price was traveling upwards, and it kind of got caught here. So this is showing us that this trend line has been touched a few times. So just make note of that. Great. Maybe once you find it, maybe make this shorter just to clean up your charts. So I'm going to put it about just about there. And I just need you to get practice doing this, because as the price moves up, you'll keep adjusting your trend lines and refining it better. Once price continues, then you can, you know, adjust your trend line and make sure the points are touching properly. But just first do this. All we're doing is sitting back and noticing some stuff. This is what I want you to do. So I'm going to continue. Obviously this, you know, looks like a double top. This guy here, another, from the top it's called resistance, right? This is what we call resistance. See how it touched here? See how it jumped up and then fell back down, and then see how it came and retested there? That touch right there plus this touch around here, you're trying to find the average in between them, right? So just want you to notice these things. This is all that we need to do right now, is notice these things. So again, let's just continue. See how price, obviously you can notice that, see how price came up there and dropped back down, but see how when it jumped up, it came back down here, found some support, because you see that green candle, that means it came here, hit, and came up, and then fell down. And you could even adjust it a little more, but what we're trying to do is find the average. My eyes are here, and my eyes are here. So just like how I taught you when we're finding support and resistance, I see that, hold on, I drew it backwards. Just like that support and resistance video, see how it came up and touched there, and then price came down and touched here? That's showing you resistance or a level that touched 2 times. So, you know, it's the same concept. Support and resistance, trend lines. I just want you to, so just keep doing this, practice this. So we're gonna continue. See, right now, you know, you guys are focusing over here, right? But all this is right now is a, you know, whether it's a symmetrical triangle, it's still showing us what it is. You know, it's when price hangs around an area, this is called consolidation. You could even like draw this is why I love trading. It's like all we're doing is like finding patterns and shapes. This is what it is. Look, price is stuck in this zone here. So are we trying to figure out what's going on in here? No, this is in this box here. This is random. We don't want to be caught in this area trying to buy and sell, because look, this is where you lose money. What we want to do is identify these areas where we can catch this ride down. you know, we can catch this ride up. We can catch this ride up. We can catch this ride down. That's what we're looking for. That's what trading is. We don't want to be caught in this mess. No. Because right now, price could go up or it could go down based on the cheat sheet I gave you and, you know, the definition of a symmetrical triangle. I don't know. Do I want to guess it's going to be a buy or a sell? No. What I want to do is, this is what, you know, I'm not saying this will play out. We never know what's going to happen. All we want to do is join the trend. So this could happen. So say, give me a second here. Two things could happen, or they couldn't happen. I'm just saying our goal is to join the trend. Join the trend. Just remember that. So I'm just drawing out these levels here. Why I'm drawing these levels is because, look, prices come and hit this level many times, right? Down here, hit that level, you know, twice at least. Anyways, this is the zone that it's stuck in right now, right? Between this green line and this green line. So what we could, one strategy people use is wait for price to either breakout, and we don't join on the breakout because, yeah, we could, or it could just come and fall back down. We don't know what price is going to do, but instead, this is one strategy. We could wait for it to pull back, retest that level, and then we could join the upward. We could buy at this point when it shoots out, comes back and retests, and then shoots up. It might not do exactly that, but if you look over here, look what happened. You know, price came up, touched this level, came back down, tried to break above, fell back down, tried to find support, but continued to fall. We could have saw this and we could have placed a sell after it showed us that it found support, failed, and started dropping. We can join this trend down now. So we don't want to guess. We could have thought that price was, you know, going to go up from here. It could have, but we don't know that. So our goal is not to guess. Our goal is to let the market show us what's going to happen. So the market showed us that it was finding a hard time to stay above this level, and then it fell down. So that's what we're trying to look for. Oh yeah, and the other scenario for this, price could break out of this box, come back, retest this level, and then go. Or it could just go that direction or that direction and not have a pullback. But eventually it might have a pullback. But now that when you look into the past, look what's been happening. Like, it tries to go up, it reaches a certain point where it just gives up and falls, or it just gives up and, you know, just heads up. You know, so this pair, and this is why I'm telling you the AUD USD, I'm talking about, when I say pair, I'm talking about this currency combination. We're trading the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, and that just, you know, world events and various things affect the price of the currency, and this side here is the price of US dollar versus Australian dollar versus USD. But don't focus too much on that stuff. Always focus about is figuring out when to buy and sell, and when price drops and we're selling, or when price goes up and we're buying, we make money. That's all we care about. So that's what I'm trying to tell you is, don't focus on what's happening here. Just be aware of what's going on. And you can become aware by just doing a simple markup like this. Draw a box, draw a symmetrical triangle, and let it be. Right now I want you just to go back and look for, so once we've marked, say, these levels, I want you to, when I say measuring, when we're using fibs, I want you to measure, this is like one move, you know, that's one move, you know, this is one move. Right here, this is a kind of an example where you might use fibs. So you see that it's in a strong uptrend and it's moving pretty fast because there's little pullbacks. You could measure all of these little pullbacks, but I don't know. I don't. Right now, I just want you to just identify these big moves. So I want you to draw in these arrows here. Draw in these arrows on your charts, and when you post charts, I want to see charts like this. I want to see you draw in the arrows and just getting that. I want you to get used to drawing on your chart double tops and just a simple trend line, or start practicing even a channel. I want you to practice a channel as well. Like, you know, this could be an example where we use a channel. So let me just delete this. I want you to just get used to using all these tools because it's going to help you. This is kind of a steep fall. This pair, I just started studying this pair too because I usually trade Bitcoin, but that's a little more complicated and I don't want to introduce that right now to you. But see, this is the channel tool, and if you don't have that, it's under here, channel, parallel channel, and star it, and it'll come up here. So I want you to click on that, and same thing, channel is the same thing as drawing a trend line. So we're just gonna find a point here, and maybe so I click there once, and then I click, say, here, and draw a channel. And so I want you to get used to, now right now I'm trying to, like, I'm looking at these different points and just trying to find like an average. Maybe I'll just place it there and readjust my screen a little bit, and yeah, so like basically I drew this channel by looking at it, touching here, touching here, touching here, and then it hit a bottom here. Also make note, see this center dotted line? Look how it's finding support as it's falling here. It's finding support on this center line. Like these patterns, these phenomena keep happening. And again, I'll tell you why are all these things happening? You know, you might find it strange, is because there's millions of other people just like you analyzing the charts just like us. Right now you're learning how traders analyze the charts, and this is what we do. So why does it touch on this trend line and then touch here? Why did price go down, and why did it come back here and price fall down again? That's because a bunch of traders are drawing this parallel channel and they see it touch here. So there's going to be a bunch of traders that are going to sell when it touches the trend line or the channel again, and there's more traders that are going to sell again because in the past it's repeated. See, people are selling here, here, and here because of this touch and this touch. Once you have two touches, that means so a trend line is only valid obviously when there's at minimum one touch here and then another touch here, and then if we don't know this price here yet, all you need is two. Just remember, you just need 2 points. So what this trend line told you is that, you know, it was bouncing between this channel and then it broke out of here. So I just want you to recognize things like that. And then I want you to practice this. So I identified, you know, these tops, you know, I drew a symmetrical triangle. I just want you to take your time and just draw these tools in that you need to practice. Identify a trend line, just go back in the past and follow. And then hold on, let me give you a good example of how to use fibs. So here, this could be an example of where we use fibs. So this is why I want you to draw in, hold on, let me get rid of this line. So why I want you to draw in these moves, like see how I told you to draw in this move? I want you to draw in all of these moves. So watch what I do here. So I put an arrow there. This is the retrace. You could have joined the trend here, and you know, who knows? This time it just, you know, maybe there's support here. I don't know. I don't know if I would have bought here, but this is how you use fibs. So where's my fib tool? So I always go from an average. You'll see the red candle and the green candle. I go from what I call the base of the body to the very, I'm not using a very good, I recently changed to this dark chart, so I want to change something really quick. Give me a second. All my blacks I want to turn to white. Okay. So what I did was, oh, this is really bad too, 1 second. My dashed lines, sorry, I should have had this set up earlier. Okay, there. So now you can see where I'm drawing my fibs from here to here. So why did I draw that? Just for some of you, because I'm fibbing this move. So this is my starting point, which is when I draw my fib, this is my starting point. So this is my point A. Hold on, just draw it in. So point A. Point B. So I want you guys to practice all this until you, it takes time, but it's worth it. A, B, C, and then one more. You can copy and paste. That's how I do this. I copy and paste, or you can just click the text tool. A, B, C, D. So look at this. This is I want you to recognize that this happens often. See, look, so this was the initial move. It came up, came back down. So A, B, C, and look where it retraced to, 38.2. Like I said before, common retracement levels is 38.2, 61.8, and between these two, this is a sweet spot, as I mentioned before. This is the sweet spot because it's our risk to reward is the greatest. So if this retraced more to this zone here, and then we bought from here, if we placed a buy here, this, why I call it the sweet spot, because the risk to 100%, and see, this is 0.8, 100% is where price could retrace to and either continue on its same journey as market structure, or what I want you guys to practice is identifying a break of structure. A break of structure means price, hold on, let's write this in. Break of structure means price went beyond the initial move. So the initial move was here from point A to point B. It should come to retrace to C and then head back up if it's continuing. If it continues on its normal path, that's what we call market structure. And then if it retraces to 100%, sorry, 1 second. If price, instead of coming to one of these levels and continuing up, if it comes back to point A, which is 100% retrace, and then from there continues down, that's what we call a break of structure. So I need you guys to start recognizing a break of structure. but it didn't break structure. What it did was come to 38.2, which commonly happens, but like I said, the risk to reward is a little smaller. We prefer to take trades from the sweet spot. I like when it comes and just spikes into this area and then retreats. 61.8 is like my most favorite retreat zones, because you know, I'd rather buy here and make way more profit when it hits my, you know, negative 27 is usually my main target. Zeros take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. So in this situation, what happened was price retraced to point C, and it did hit our take profit right here. Point D. Point D is take profit. That's how you use Fibs. And I don't want you guys, like, forget about doing Fibs in this area here, because you're not going to learn. You're not going to learn very much. This is what you call consolidation. It's just, you know, people are buying and selling here, and this could be the banks. Yeah, this is where the banks push the price whatever direction they want, but they can't. This is how it works. They can't move the price. They can't just buy billions and billions of dollars of, you know, Australian dollar just to skyrocket it. First, they have to, people that are placing bets here, they first like move the market, hit your stop losses in here. They just swallow your stop losses, and after the market is done collecting orders, then it'll place big buys and the price will continue up. That's when, so we don't get involved in this garbage. We wait for it to start moving in the direction and we join the trend. That's all we do. That is our goal. So before you start, let's for a little while, let's remove all our our moving averages. That's kind of clutters up your charts. And I want you just to practice what I showed you today. I'm going to show you one more fib example, but do this. I need you guys to draw these arrows in, because I want you to figure out, I want you to easily see that this is the A, B, C move. It happens all the time. Let's go look at more. Look, this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, but it got shot down. Like, it happens all the time. But let me find another good example for you. Okay, let's do this one. So I'm gonna get my fib tool. So hold on, let me first identify the move. So you see it doing a bunch of chopping up and down motion, and then I don't even see it right now. I haven't measured it, so I don't know what it's going to do. So I don't exactly know what I'm going to teach you and show you. I'm just going to show you how fib works, and we'll just see what fibs shows us. So the move, it's going up, and then it hit this upper channel because we drew in a channel, hit this channel, price shot down, and then price came up a little bit and then dropped. So we could say, okay, I see, we always want to measure the one major move. So because it retraced here a little bit, and this is trial and error, I'm just gonna draw fibs from, I want to measure this move, see what fibs shows me. So I'm gonna pull my fib tool. I'm gonna go from this little, see how it retraced, and then it's pretty much I'm gonna measure from here, see what it shows me. I don't know what it's gonna show me. So I went from the base, so the base of the green and red candle, and I went all the way down to the wick, and still haven't looked over here. I'm going to see, what is it showing me? Let's see. Well, what do you know? Look, 38.2. Price tried to come up above. See how this, it made a couple candles up and then it got slammed down. See this? This is a bullish or bearish engulfing. Boom, hammered down. And then price kind of sat around. See how price is kind of sitting below 38.2. Price came up a little bit above 38.2, came up a little bit, and look what happened. Slammed. Got slammed with the bearish engulfing. Well, that's, hold on. I didn't mean to do that. That's a beautiful little slam. A slam off 38.2. We see a bearish engulfing. Some people would have traded that. Some people would have sold right there. And let's see what happened. Price came down there, came back up, retested 38.2. And then continued down. And let's see where it went to. It went past take profit 3. Remember, take profit 1, 2, 3. Look how we just used fibbed. It's a beautiful example. Let this just soak in. Let me zoom out a bit. So we measured, we measured this move. We got all this information by measuring, this was the move. This fib moved down. It retraced to 38.2, fell down. So we could have, some people would have placed a sell order right here. So you could have sold here, put a stop loss about here, sold here off this bearish engulfing. Price came down, came back up, retested 38.2. You would have still been good because your stop loss would have been up here. So as price came down, retested this area, 38.2, and then continued down, and you take profit at take profit 3. That is how you use fibs with a channel. And I also want you to do this because all these arrows, this is a lower low. Sorry, this is a lower high. And I want you guys to practice this because you're getting your lower lows and lower highs wrong. This is a lower, so this would say this is a high, we could call this a high. Make sure you get this right. So call this a high. If it was an uptrend, it'll make highs and higher highs and higher lows. But anyways, just practice this. Just so high, and then it made, I know this takes time, but just do it. Lower low, lower high, lower low. And I'm just copying and pasting that, or you can go back up in here and create a text tool, but practice all this. So this is a lower high. I'm just gonna copy this, and a lower low. So this is, see, so all, you have the tools to do all of this. So you know, I want you to practice drawing a channel. That's why we studied how to draw channels, or we had a lesson on it. And then that's why market structure, I want you to draw your lower highs, your lower lows, your lower highs, your lower lows. Practice also writing it when it's an uptrend, because in this uptrend, it's going to make a higher high, a higher low, a higher high. Let me draw that for you. So this is an uptrend. It makes a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, and you get it. So it's different when it's coming down. It's lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. When it's going up, it's higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So do all that, because in order for you to use Fibonacci correctly, you need to just practice exactly what I showed you. What I showed you, we used a channel combined with market structure, combined with trend lines, combined with Fibs, and we knew when to sell and when to take profit. This was an amazing example, and I didn't even look for it. I just picked it, and guess what? Fibonacci retracement happens so often that I don't even have to like script any of this. I just pick any example, and it retraced in this example to 38.2, retested that level right here, and then fell down. So watch this video again and practice all of this. Remove your moving averages right now. I just want you to get used to looking back in the past. Keep going. After you finish that, keep going in the past. Keep looking for, and it all starts with drawing trend lines. Just like this, this is, identify that it's going up. Just get comfortable doing all this. Look, it touched here, it touched here, it touched here, it touched here. Or turn this into a channel, use your channel tool. Where the heck is my channel tool? Here, draw a channel, practice all this. All right. I hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.